Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for One Piece chapter 1094. We got Bingo back again. Excited to play, excited to see what's going on for this chapter. Honestly, since we had our last chapter, I just haven't really consumed any One Piece stuff really. And it's ironically enough made me more excited to see what's in this chapter. Like, I feel like since not interacting with any One Piece stuff, I'm just more excited for it. Really, generally, I don't really fully even know how to articulate my thoughts right now because I feel like the chapter to chapter stuff has just sort of been alright. If you've watched my channel for a long time, you know I'm pretty easy to please. So I'm reading this stuff and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It's pretty alright. But I guess maybe I just for the past few years don't like the overall direction of the story as much. I guess it's like it's one of those things where it's like I don't know how much I'm liking the forest, but these trees, they're pretty nice trees. That's kind of how I'm feeling with it. But yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen this chapter. I just saw the title of it before clicking onto the chapter here, and it's a doozy. It's a long one. It's something along the lines. I already clicked on the chapter, so I'm at the cover page. I can't see something along the lines of Saint J. Garcia Saturn, and then whatever his title is, Warrior God of Defense Science, something like that, or Warrior God of Science Defense, or Defense Warrior God of Science, something. But either way, before we get into running through the chapter and getting to see what's in it, let's look through the bingo board. As usual, I'll leave a link for people to generate their own so you can play along too. And I removed 5 things from last week, added 5 new things. I kind of want to keep things a balance of things that are like not impossible but not super likely, and then some things that are like almost guaranteed. But this time around I put Smoker, Named Attack. That's one of those ones that's like, unless we get a non-combat chapter, it's kind of a pretty solid one. Non-monster trio Straw Hat does something important. That might be one I need to get rid of in the future because important is really up to interpretation. Karen and or Zunisha, the Thousand Sunny takes damage because we know that they're trying to protect it so that they can get out of there for right now. A Devil Fruit Awakening, which is Luffy's already using one, so I feel like if we see Gear 5th, then I can just count that. Egghead Butt Fan Service, which we haven't seen since I added it to the board, I don't think. Akainu, since we just recently saw him with the Kuma stuff. I don't know if we'll see any more of him. Any of the Gorosei, and since this is named after one of them, I think you can expect to see one. Any island other than Egghead, this one might not happen this chapter, but I'm not sure. Vivi Wapolar Morgans I added up there because my personal theory is that Kuma basically yeeted himself to Egghead using his power, and Kuma's going to get there soon and maybe die there, maybe have some sort of reincarnation with his memories put into a new body or something. The Seraphim, if we see any of them, free space I can go ahead and click. A bounty reveal, Kuma, like I mentioned, I think that's likely. York is another one that's like maybe likely, but who knows if we'll exactly see York or not. Luffy exits Gear 5 if he drops back out of Gear 5 this chapter. Vice Admiral name reveal. We got a bunch of Vice Admirals, but we don't know their names yet. A flashback of Zoan transformation. Bonnie using her Devil Fruit. She got knocked into the barrier last time. I kind of read that incorrectly at first. Where's Caribou? Where is this guy? A new cover story, the Revolutionaries coming to Egghead, or any of the 10 Titanic captains. So without further ado, let's actually start reading, see what we have this time around. And we start things off with a jump cover that has Luffy and Kizaru. Alright. Oh, and it's hyping up monsters as well, getting an anime adaptation. And then we have a color spread. The interesting choice for the color spread with Zoro and then Ryuma. You see the dragon in the background. Oh, I guess because Monsters is about to get an adaptation or whatever. And then we see just the glimpse of the face of probably the one guy whose name I forget. Oh no, never mind. He's down there with Onimaru. We got young Yasue. And then the Kuina's grandfather, Kuina, and her father on the right. Kuina looks so weird and different. And it says 103 census soaring Jugoku dragon. But either way, okay, we're starting off the actual chapter. We have your new mission is to eradicate every last marine on the island. Will the new order work? And we have Atlas yelling. Chapter 1049, St. J. Garcia Saturn of the Five Elders, the Defense Science Warrior God. See, I knew it was some combination of those words. In order, from Vegapunk, this is bad. We have the Marines. And then the Pacifista start reacting. Get away from the Pacifista. They start blasting them. Alright. Does this mean Vegapunk has left the dome? Over there. Atlas, quick. We have to find Bonnie. Bonnie! How the heck are we meant to drive straight down? Won't we just end up falling? The Vega tires on either side of us are made of the same kind of sky cloud as the road. Bonnie-chan, it has a peculiar property which makes it stick to itself. We won't be falling anywhere. And I love Sanji and Atlas are the ones yelling. Found her. For real, Sanji? When has my lady radar ever been wrong? That radar doesn't sound very scientific, but I'll have some faith in you, says Vegapunk. Appreciate it, but this tank is too slow for my burning heart. I'll be right back. Okay then. Let's see, do we have anything? I'm gonna count... Oh wait, Sanji's Monster Trio, never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna count that as a Straw Hat doing something important, but Sanji's Monster Trio, never mind. Okay, I don't think we've had any of the others yet. Yeah, no flashbacks or other islands or anything. Okay, sorry, I'm just glancing through really quick. I don't want to spend too much time on this type of stuff to, like, break up the flow of reading and the reaction. Yeah, but none of this yet. Okay. Sorry. Just had to glance through. No new cover story yet. It's been a while since the last one ended. I would have figured we'd have one by now. We have, where'd that scamp get to? Good. Sounds like the Pacifista are back on our side. And we have somebody coming in with some sort of shell, spear, club, and Bonnie dodging. And this is it the foretold, the prophesied, the Egghead Butt fan service? Or is it? I know it's up here. Yeah, we actually got it. Okay, well, I mean, in order for this to happen, we need Smoker to show up, I guess. And one of the Titanic captains. My card's not looking too good, actually. She pulls out a weapon. I wonder if it's the laser sword from before. There she is. Day. Short for near-death experience. And I would have counted that as another butt fan service shot. Wow. Alright. And then... Oh, near-death experience. Is that... I wonder, a gun she used, I guess? I guess she just imbued the gun with her devil fruit. And near-death experience causes them to age to death and then back to their normal self. That is actually very interesting. Hey, what's gotten into you guys? I saw the river Styx. Stop right there, Bonnie. And then the Japanese uses the Sanzu River. I won't let you pass. What? But how is... And then... hold on. We gotta mark Bonnie using her power then. Also a named attack. Yeah, it was NDE. So named attack. And I'm not counting the passive... I'm not counting the pacifistas as Kuma. I was kind of thinking about it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to count like real Kuma, like actual Kuma, for that. But, hold on, where was it? Where is Bonnie uses her power, her devil fruit? Okay, so if we, yeah, Seraphim, I don't know, and then Caribou, I don't know. Like, I get hopeful, but then my card's not holding up to scrutiny here. Oh, and we have, oh my god, Navy HQ Vice Admiral Bluegrass. We have a name. We have Vice Admiral Bluegrass. We actually do have a Vice Admiral name reveal. So honestly, if people get really lucky with the way their card lines up, they could get a bingo off of just that. Don't panic, dearie. It's only this one unit that hasn't been affected by the new orders. I made it my personal ride. I'm a driver woman who can hijack anything thanks to the ride fruit. That's actually a hilarious devil fruit. I take it offing you will lift the age curse on my ickle subordinates. Okay. Daddy, give them back their lost years. She dodges the laser. Bonnie-chan, you can't let yourself freeze up like that. Blackleg? Oh, and Sanji was the one that jumped in to save her. She didn't dodge. They told me about Kuma being your dad. I get it, but you've got to keep a cool head. And we have the guy with the shell coming in again. Whack an otter, or whack an otter. For now, let's just get out of here. And he's running with her. Bonnie, Sanji-kun, hop in. And Stella pulls up. I love his goggles and everything. Vegapunk, let's head back. The Pacifista are already on our side again. We don't have any business left down here. We cut to the labistratum to see, I love Luffy's limbs just flailing around, fighting with Kizaru. I'm afraid I've got a job to do, and I can't finish it if we keep playing around. That's the idea. I'm doing my job. Haha. Hey, get back here. And he's just running on air. Well, this is a problem. And Kizaru is trying to run out of there. And then I see at the very beginning of the next one, we see shots of Kizaru, Luffy, Zoro, and Lucci. So these two fights are running into each other. That's interesting in itself that the fights are running into each other. But we do have... Oh, Admiral's not up here. We don't have Admiral. But we do have Awakening because of Gear 5th. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Just like going through. And I actually might need to go back and check. Like once we get to the end, I'll save it to the end. I might have missed a flashback when we had Bonnie and she was thinking about Kuma. What's this ominous presence? Thinks Jinbei. Hurry. And is that Haku being transported by Chopper, Usopp, and Nami? Don't tell me. And we see Doll and another guy. Pacifista units? Cease all action immediately. Okay, we have a Gorosei giving an order. And they all stop. How strange, the Pacifista aren't trying to protect us anymore. Hey, did you forget your orders? But the only people with higher authority clearance than us are the Gorosei. And we see, this is actually hype. Some sort of like magic sigil, like a pentagram forming on the ground. Magic circle? This is most peculiar. Is it going to be literal devil fruit? I would have expected that from... Unless they're all devils, like different versions of the devil from different religions or whatever, or different. What am I trying to think of here? Different cultures. Then I would have more expected that for maybe Emu than Saturn. This is most peculiar. We must hurry. Something's coming. All Marines on the island be advised. Saint Saturn of the Five Elders is about to make landfall on Egghead. Huh, one of the Gorosei is here? Sorry, I will go back and mess with the bingo board. I'm just too drawn in right now. Any Marine below the rank of Commodore is hereby ordered to avert their gaze. Transgressors will not be forgiven. And it looks like flames coming up. What was that explosion? That announcement mentioned the Gorosei. One of them actually came all the way here. Gorosei? They're the most powerful authority figures in the world. What? And... it's interesting who does or doesn't know about the Gorosei, because Frankie doesn't know, apparently. It doesn't matter, we're getting out of here, hang on. And we see, and it's like 5s or S's surrounding it. I wonder if it is 5s, and it's because of him being a Gorosei, or maybe there's a number for each of them. That circle, something's coming out of it. What the hell is that? Is he some kind of monster? Quiet, we're not meant to see. He might just... And again, we see this silhouetted look at his face. And this guy gets taken out. His head's gone. And we see down below, transformation. Okay, I'm not reading the thing yet. I almost can't remember the last time I came to the surface. And he is the one with the big horns. And then, highest authority of the world government. 5 elder planets. Defense science warrior god. St. J. Garcia Saturn. Okay, I thought it was going to be a reveal of what his devil fruit is. He has multiple legs like a spider, too. So he has multiple legs like a spider. He has the big horns at the top. Maybe some kind of insect, even. Is it a Beelzebub fruit? Are they like different demons or something? And he has the swirls, which means he's awake. Oh, and he has the thing. He has the swirls and the thing around his shoulders, which is... I guess a sign of awakening. Okay. So hold on. After seeing that, okay, I saw it, you know, now we can mark some stuff. We can mark Gorosei. let's see. I wouldn't say that the non-Strats have done anything important yet. We haven't seen any Seraphim or those guys, no bounty reveals, no real Kuma, I don't think. But I'll have to look back at the Bonnie stuff before deciding. No flashbacks, I don't think. We have seen Zoan transformation, though. We saw that back with Lucci, but I forgot to say something. Yeah, really. Somebody could very easily get a bingo for this one, but it's looking like that person's not me. What is that thing? Up top, look out. Okay. And it looks like their road has been cut off from them. It's Kizaru. Oopsie, almost had you there. No. And Luffy's running in, and he's mookie-mookieing up. Hold it, Kizaru. Jeez, you haven't reached your limit with that form yet? We're counting on you, Luffy, says Frankie. Leave it to me. Bwah. Wow. And he hits him with the sign. And then, wow, he's spinning around. Gumu Gumu? White Star Gun. And he punches through the side of Kizaru's face, similar to how he punched through Kaido's face. This isn't good. Now I'm really at my limit. And he's turning sort of old and like withered like he did before. Luffy-kun. Alright. We have a crash as they're sent apart. One crashes into the ground in front of Saturn and one through the building. Assuming that's going to be Luffy landing right in front of Saturn and Kizaru flying through the building. Which is like, how does Luffy not get captured then? And he is totally spider-like. Interesting. He reminds me of Arukeniman. And Luffy looks like he's starting to fall out of Gear 5th. We see the Vega tank falling apart. Are you okay, Vegapunk? Atlas-chan, you're not hurt, right? I'm fine. Saint Saturn, I assume? In the flesh. I see you've managed to cling on to life, Vegapunk. Man, this is a really good-looking spread. I've given the order, Vegapunk. Bonnie-chan. And then she rushes away from Sanji. Erase his individuality completely. Make sure no trace of him remains. But if we do that, Kuma. Okay. So I guess he was ordered to by the Gorosei, because she then attacks Saturn. Saint Saturn. She stabs into him and starts crying, pierced by her fury, and we're not going to get answers until next week. Does that count? I don't think that counts as a flashback. We heard words, but we didn't see an actual, we didn't see an actual flashback panel. Unless back up at the top. Let me look back up at the top again. When she was running away. Yeah, that's not an actual flashback. Okay, so no flashback. I wouldn't say Luffy has exited Gear 5 yet. I'd say he's on the way there, but I'd say he isn't there yet. So, looks like my bingo hopes for this week are dashed. It was a good chapter, though. That was a good chapter. I just don't know what happens at this point, because Luffy's out. He got a hit off on Kizaru, which is big, but it's like, he got a hit off on Kizaru, but I can't imagine Luffy isn't out right now. So, Luffy's out, Saturn's here, Kizaru's probably still up unless he just got one shot and for some reason won't get back up eventually, like what happened to Cracker, where I was like, all these other characters fought and then got back up eventually, and then Cracker's just down for all of Whole Cake. So unless that happened to Kizaru, he got hit once, but Kaido took a lot more than that, so he's probably alright. There's a good chance Luffy's down, unless he pulls out a second win like he did with Kaido, but there was a lot of emotion stuff going on there, where he was like, Tama, Momonosuke, Pedro, and then went back into Gear 5th. Lucci and Zoro were still fighting, and Zoro is gonna have to be like, what are they gonna do? Unless they're getting captured here, unless the Straw Hats are taking an L, like the Kid Pirates did, like the Heart Pirates did. And I feel like we all kind of thought, or most of us thought, that wasn't gonna happen to the Straw Hats here. Like, most of us kind of thought they would have a victory with the Kid incident and all. but I don't exactly see how at the moment, which I actually think is a good thing. Now that I think about it, it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I'm sitting here like, how is Luffy going to win? He's pretty much fallen out of Gear 5, and Saturn's fine. I don't think that stab's going to do much to him. Unless she uses her Devil Fruit, but again, Haki can override that, so if his Haki's strong enough, it's not going to work anyway, which we should assume. It'll be interesting to see what his Devil Fruit is actually called, because it was like he summoned himself with like a summoning sigil, and he's like a spider. So it isn't what I expected, really. When I saw the horns or whatever, I was almost expecting something along the lines of like a buffalo type thing. So yeah, I definitely wasn't thinking spider. That was such a good chapter. That's interesting. There's a lot to think about. I feel like my thoughts aren't really together here since I just read it. But honestly, I might do a discussion video if I have, like, if I get my thoughts together and I think I have stuff to say, I'll maybe do another discussion video before next chapter. But we're actually not on break this time, I don't think. Again, I've been kind of out of the loop on One Piece stuff the past 2 weeks, but I haven't heard anything about one. So yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching though. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on getting this video up for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Like, if you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this week's chapter, my first thoughts and reaction. Subscribe for more One Piece, much more on the channel and all that. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. Just ask and I can give you a link to it. Yeah, if you want to help support the channel, then you can drop a super thanks down below if you want to, or you can go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron, or hit join down below to become a channel member. Thank you, huge massive thank you to people who are already patrons and members. By the way, I post these One Piece reactions when the scans come out as soon as I record it for patrons and members, and then it goes public for everybody when the official translation comes out. So if you want One Piece early, also become a patron or member. But thank you to people who are patrons and members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly, Magical Girls, FR Nono and Smeller Dog, Cherryton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidate, SG, and Pure Element Pate Arde Owl. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.